Ethan. You were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away.
Resident Evil 7 is an amazing horror game. That said, its combat and survival aspects are just not nearly as good. From boring enemies to an infuriating inventory system, this game has as many flaws as it does virtues. Although I am getting ahead of myself, let's start at the beginning. We open up as Ethan Winters. After 4 years of no contact between him and his wife Mia, he receives this extremely disturbing video clip from her.
Ethan. You were right. I did lie to you. I shouldn't have. All I can say is that if you get this, stay away.
Shocked, thinking Mia had died, Ethan immediately heads down into Louisiana where the email was sent from.
Hello?
Hey, it's Ethan.
Oh, hey. You alright? You just disappeared the other night.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm good. It's Mia. She's not dead, she's alive. She's back.
They found her? How? What happened?
I don't know. Look, I don't know how, but she's back. She's back somehow. Maybe it's a prank, but she wants me to come and get her.
Where is she?
Dulvey, Louisiana.
After tracking down and reaching the area the email was sent from, Ethan stumbles upon an abandoned, deprecated house. The nearby plants are clearly overgrown, and the gate is locked shut with a chain. There's no sign of anyone around. No car, no people, no lights. There's barbed wire surrounding the gates of the estate. Already you can tell there's something off about this place. After stumbling upon a deserted van, around which was a litany of camera equipment and tripods, Ethan opens the door to inspect the insides of the van, finding nothing but a poster for a show titled Sewer Gators. Looking at the other side, Ethan discovers a disturbing message written on the back of the poster. And next to the van was a gate presumably pried open by the camera crew. On it was a sign reading, "Accept her gift." Exploring a bit further, Ethan finally comes across another person. But by the time Ethan ran up to approach him, the man was just gone, nowhere to be found. Attempting to follow where the man may have went, Ethan instead stumbles upon a disturbing sight. Severed horse legs, a bloody bovine skull, rusty blade saws hanging from a disturbing fleshy tapestry. A sight that would frankly terrify anyone looking at it, let alone a person who knows their spouse is here. Further ahead, Ethan finds a column of smoke rising up from what appeared to be a pile of burning personal belongings, which is where Ethan managed to find Mia's ID. Now he knows for sure that Mia is here. Ethan finally reaches the decrepit, barricaded house. Right as he enters, the door closes shut and locks behind his back. Walking into the kitchen, Ethan discovers an assortment of absolutely disgusting things. Opening the pot, he discovers the tastiest dish to come out of England, infected with flies and cockroaches. Opening the fridge, he discovers rotten food and a layer of gunk surrounding the fridge. Mr. Jaeger? Further into the house, Ethan comes across a videotape titled Derelict House Footage. This is one of many videotapes that will be used to explain the world and the characters within it. Now, Ethan's discoveries only get more disturbing from here. Within a dark room, he finds a blurry picture of Mia, along with a cassette player. Ethan inserts the tape into the cassette player and realizes this is footage recorded by the people that were in the van outside the house.
Where did you find this guy?
Give me a break, Pete.
Hey, I only work with professionals. Speaking of which, make sure the sound is right this time. I don't want a repeat of Amarillo.
That was 2 fucking years ago.
I don't do ADR.
Now, it's clear that these guys are in way over their heads and are just at this house because of some rumor. The host of the show is shit-talking the cameraman, Clancy, and they're just kind of stressed out. They're not really happy to be there at all.
Tonight on Sewer Gators, another worthless fucking shithole. Happy?
Ecstatic.
Fuck me. I was an anchor, you know?
Weekend sub, Pete. Not anchor.
What's that?
Nothing.
What's the story, Andre?
Abandoned farmhouse, missing family, foul play suspected. The usual.
How long do you say this place has been abandoned?
3 years.
So, Hillbilly Joe and his family go missing.
Not hillbillies, the Bakers. Jack and Marguerite Baker. And they were quiet, not backward. A lot of bad rumors about their son, Lucas. Bad seed, apparently.
Ah, shit! I know I should have worn my good shoes. Oh, shit. Glad I had my shots. Although, this would make a great backdrop. Andre, what do you think? Andre? Andre! Andre!
The co-host of the show, Andre, disappears and doesn't even respond when being called to.
Unfucking believable! This is the last time I work with that guy. I mean, producers, they come and go, but a good cameraman like you, Clancy, you stick with me. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
They discover a secret passage, and Clancy decides to go down into the basement of the house to look for Andre.
You first. Need a nice hero shot of me coming down the ladder. So, you first. What do you see? What is it?
Even after finding Andre, he's still unresponsive. Andre is dead. He's been murdered, and as his murderer walks into the frame of Clancy's camera, the video abruptly ends. I wonder what happened to Clancy.
Jesus.
Ethan decides to follow the guys into the secret path and ends up getting himself trapped. And with no other option, he decides to explore the basement further. Stumbling into some chest-deep water, Ethan then finds the decaying corpse of Andre. And following the light of a distant room, he finally discovers Mia.
Mia. Oh, thank God I found you. It's me. It's Ethan.
Ethan? Ethan?
Are you alright?
You shouldn't be here.
Despite having not seen her husband in years, Mia doesn't even care. She instantly jumps into action and asks if anyone saw him or if he's being followed, and then stressing that they need to leave now.
Did anyone see you? Did he see you?
Hey, who else is here? What the hell's going on?
Daddy's coming. We need to go.
Daddy?
We need to go now!
Where are you taking me?
Someplace safe.
Are you gonna tell me what's going on? Baby, you've been gone 3 years.
3 years? Has it really been 3 years?
Mia clearly knows more than she's letting on, but yet she refuses to answer any of Ethan's questions.
Mia, we have to talk. That message you sent me.
Not me. That wasn't me.
But you did.
I didn't.
Okay, fine. Just tell me what's going on.
I'm telling you everything that I know. We have to go this way.
Mia freaks out after realizing they've reached a dead end, and then says something very strange.
This is it. I remember this room. There's another door here. I'm sure of it. It's not here. It's gone. It's gone! We're gonna be a family now that you're here. There's another door here. I'm sure of it.
Taking a step back, we kind of realize how fucked up this entire situation is. Mia wasn't just kidnapped, she straight up lost her mind. She doesn't remember much of anything. There's a weird doll of Mia just lying around. There's a picture of just some grandma. And while we look around, Mia gets kidnapped again.
No, leave me alone!
Mia?
This next part is one of my favorite parts of the entire game. While I did want to commentate over it, I honestly don't think it needs it.
Mia? Wait! Wait!
I can hear her. I can feel her clawing her way back inside of me. Get out! Leave me alone! I've been bad. I deserve this.
What the fuck are you, Mia?
I thought Ethan's nonchalant attitude was kind of funny here, but over time we will see that it really starts to be a problem.
Leave me! We're all dead here.
Mia is clearly possessed by a girl of some kind, and she's not always in control of her own will. It's obviously gut-wrenching for Ethan because he has to fight the woman he's married to or die.
You really shouldn't have come here.
Who's this? And what the fuck is going on?
My name's Zoe. There should be a way out through the attic.
Attic.
Go there. Now.
Zoe's the only person so far that Ethan has met that wasn't dead or demented, so having no choice, Ethan just follows what she says. But on his way to the attic, he gets ambushed again by possessed Mia.
Ethan, it's okay. It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me. You shouldn't have done that! It fucking hurts! Now, let's see how you feel. Elijah must contain outbreak. Gonna quit, I promise. Must burn it all down.
Holy shit, this game is terrifying. Ethan completely lost his hand here, but he was still able to make it to the attic and find a gun.
Okay, fine.
After another encounter with Mia, Ethan ends up having no choice but to shoot her. Mia's desperate to fight whatever is possessing her, and tries to make it clear to Ethan that she's still in there somewhere.
Welcome to the family, son.
The same man that Ethan saw while walking into the house knocks him clean out, followed by a shot of both him and Mia being dragged over to the main house.
Come on. Don't you die on us now. You have work to do.
Next thing he knows, he's bound to a chair, having his arm stapled back on by Zoe. Under different circumstances, I'd be turned on, honestly. I wanted to narrate the next part, but honestly, I think this cutscene is so iconic, it just speaks for itself.
Where am I? What the hell?
Rise and shine, sleepyhead. It's time for supper.
Who are all you people? Where's Mia?
Eat it. It's good.
Dumb some bitch wasn't no good if it hit him.
Yes.
Get out the way, Marguerite. His boy's got to eat. He got to have his supper. Come here, boy. Let's do this.
Oh shit, he's not eating it, Jack. He's not eating it.
Shut the hell up, Marguerite.
Made that for him.
Get the hell out of here.
You're a son of a bitch. Oh, I can't believe it. He's son of a bitch. He's not eating it. He's not eating it.
This was supposed to be a very special feast. Come on, boy. I bet it's that cop again. Goddamn pigs. I'm coming back for you.
It's that grandma again. These guys are obviously contemptible for many different reasons, but you only really realize how bad they are when you look in their fridge. Did you really think that cutting the dude's arm off was bad? Look in their fridge. These guys eat British food. That is nasty. All jokes aside though, it really makes you wonder, how come these people are so evil? I mean, they're eating their victims. They're turning them into like actual food. In an adjacent room, Ethan manages to find a locked hatch. Figuring he could use that to escape the house, he goes out to find the key, but ends up getting chased by Jack.
You thought you'd just slip out before dinner was done?
Ethan manages to escape through the hatch and ends up in a safe room, one of many that we'll see throughout the game. These places are completely sealed from the outside, giving you safe refuge if you're ever overwhelmed or just need a break. This is also where we're introduced to the crafting system in the inventory. It's very simple. Just some raw materials that you can combine to make certain things like ammo or healing items. The inventory system is fine so far, but as we continue to progress and unlock more recipes and more items to craft, we're gonna notice all the shortcomings of this system. This is also where we're introduced to the storage system, where you can just take items from your inventory and put them in there, or you can pull them out whenever you need them.
Good, Ethan.
Zoe, right? What the fuck are these?
Shut up and listen if you want to stay alive. You gotta get out of that house. There might be a way out through the main hall.
All right.
Oh, and that thing on your wrist is a codex. Don't lose it. It's important.
Ethan manages to rendezvous with the police officer that was investigating the family.
Hey, you gotta help me.
Hold on, back up. Now, sir, do you live here? I mean, is this your property?
What? Me? No. No.
All right. Now, we got several calls about some missing persons lately, and I can't rule out that an outsider like yourself may not be involved.
All right. I'll tell you whatever you want.
All right. Now, that's more like it. Now, meet me in the garage. We'll talk there.
Despite begging him, the officer only gives Ethan a pocket knife and insists that they meet in the garage.
A fucking pocket knife?
Here. Take it. That's all you're gonna get. Now go. Garage. Now.
Upon making it to the garage, they're both ambushed by Jack.
Hey, we gotta get the fuck out of here.
Now first you need to tell me what you're doing out here alone in the middle of the night.
Me? What about you?
No, it's my job. Won't you do your job and tell me? Answer my questions.
You're not gonna believe me if I told you.
Try me.
Hey, put that door back! Put that door back!
Wait! After a lengthy battle in which Jack is shot, ran over, burned, and exploded, he is still alive somehow.
Attention, boy. You're about to see something wonderful. Fuck!
After finally making it to the main hall, Ethan gets a call from Zoe, impressed by the fact that he was able to get through her father and reiterating that he needs to leave the house, without really providing much detail and remaining very vague.
Did my daddy give you a hard time?
That's your father?
He used to be.
I'm sorry, but he's dead now.
You just might be able to pull this off.
What? Pull what off?
There's something I need you to do, but I can't explain it right now. You may need some sort of keys to do it, but find a way out of the house.
Okay.
I'll be in touch.
This is also where we find one of the major puzzles in the game, requiring you to find 3 dog-shaped metal reliefs. These kinds of open-ended puzzles are my favorite because they encourage just free exploration. You don't know exactly where to go, which encourages you to explore around the world and really get immersed in it. Like, look, this is the very first table free of whatever English food those guys were eating. Oh, there's Grandma too. The entire family is looking for Ethan now. Outside, we can see Marguerite walking around with a little oil lamp looking for Ethan. After hiding in one of the nearby rooms, Ethan discovers a little tape that we're gonna look at later, as well as one of the 3 dog reliefs which was hidden inside a book.
Heck of a thing, man. Sure shit beats the hell out of dying. My little girl has given us a gift. And this gift is with me always. As you can see,
Jack is still alive. This just goes to show how fucked up everything going around here is. I mean, he got shot. He got burned and blown up. He had his whole head blown off, and we can actually see it regenerate. For now though, Ethan manages to escape by going through a secret door locked behind a little shadow and light matching puzzle. It's one of the few puzzles in the game, but I still think it's charming enough, and it's very satisfying to actually complete. The door in question leads to a giant safe room. This is one of my favorite safe rooms in the entire game, simply because of the environmental design. I mean, look at the lighting, right? It's a stark contrast from the rest of the house, and it actually matches the very first safe room that we were in. Alongside the tidiness as well as the isolation from the rest of the house, gives you a sense of safety that I've rarely seen replicated in other mainstream horror games.
what the?
A vaguely human-shaped mass of mold comes out of the wall and tries to attack Ethan. This is what this family has been working on. They kidnap people and then turn them into these things. This is all part of the gift that we've been hearing about throughout the game. In the next safe room, which is where the background music for this video has been coming from, we find a secret note left behind by one of the previous victims, giving us a clue as to where the next dog head is. We descend down into the basement where we find even more mold and more of those molded enemies. After finding out what became of Travis, the person that wrote the note that we saw earlier, we find the key to the room that he referenced in his note. Now, before going and exploring the dissection room that he mentioned in the note, I wanted to explore around a bit more. Further into the basement, I found the scorpion key, which is going to allow me to open up any door locked by a scorpion motif. This is something that the game uses to control progression and control where you go, locking areas behind certain key items, get it? In case there's an area in the house that they don't want you going in just yet. I want to go off on a bit of a tangent here because I'm very, very upset at the inventory system in this game. I have barely started, I've barely done anything, and I'm already running out of inventory space. My inventory is mostly key items here. Key items and ammo. There's nothing like weird here. Why is it so cramped? I'm having to delete resources to fit like key items in here, to fit basic like weapons and materials. And as a person that like I enjoy exploring the odd, weird areas of every game and collecting every resource I can find. And I can barely do that in this game without being completely punished for it. Now, some might say, oh, just go to the chest and empty your extra stuff there. It's like, I've already done that, for one. And two, there's no extra stuff. Plus, even if I went there and I like emptied my ammo or whatever keys I'm not using, that's still a lot of time wasted going to the chest and back to whatever I was doing for what? Because the developers couldn't foresee someone having like the basic items that they just introduced into the game in their inventory? Alright, sorry about that. Back to the game.
I was gonna be a father. Now she says he will be her father. No. I will find him, and I will make him suffer.
Jack is aware that Ethan is after the Dogheads, and lures him into a trap to try and kill him, leading to the game's first boss fight. It's pretty simplistic and maybe underwhelming, but still has a lot of spectacle nonetheless. Jack reaches for a double-bladed chainsaw while Ethan reaches for just a standard one. The loop of the fight is just to weaken Jack by shooting him, and then hit his weak spot with a chainsaw. It's pretty fun, but honestly my only problem is that these details were never really made clear. When I first picked up the chainsaw, I thought it was the best weapon against Jack, but after dying several times, I realized that that wasn't the case. The game doesn't exactly tell you how to kill a lot of the bosses. That's one element I do appreciate, but I think we can save that for later. Tell me, do you think Jack is dead? As we exit the basement, we can hear somebody humming in the background. It's Grandma again. Keep that melody in mind, by the way. With that, we're able to get the last Doghead and finally leave the house. About that tape from earlier.
Ethan, if you find this, I know I can't expect anything from you. Not after what happened, after what I did. But I just want you to know that wasn't me. I don't know what happened. There's so much that you need to know.
There you are. You gave us quite a scare, young lady.
Mia made this tape to explain everything to Ethan, but she was interrupted by Marguerite before she could say anything we didn't already know.
Over here, Mommy.
I think it's interesting how the villains in this game don't even recognize what's happening. They genuinely think they're providing good hospitality to these people that they kidnap, and they're actually upset that these people aren't more grateful.
What have I done to deserve this except open my home and feed you? We open our home. We open our hearts. And what do you do?
Mia gets locked into a crawl space by Marguerite,
There's no way out of there, Missy.
but manages to record this picture right before getting captured.
Where do you think you're going?
I want to take a second to talk about this picture because I think it's one of the few items in the game that actually give us a clue at what the hell Mia was doing before she sent that email. All we can tell is that she's standing next to a girl in front of a ship. I believe that this is the exact girl we saw earlier when Mia entered Marguerite's house, and that she's the same girl that Jack kept talking about.
My little girl has given us a gift. And this gift is with me always.
Now, we're out of the house and we finally get to meet Zoe. When we open the door to the trailer, we realize that Zoe's nowhere to be found. She obviously was here at some point because the trailer is full of her stuff. Notes that she wrote, for example. In this one she writes about her body changing, becoming more like her parents. How the girl that Mia brought with her is the source of all this, and she can't escape until she's fully cured. But she can't cure her family. They're too far gone, and she knows that. After finding her bra, I proceeded to do some of the most horrible, unspeakable acts we've ever seen. All jokes aside though, now that we're out of the Baker household, this area is gonna serve as a sort of safe house for the rest of the game. Its main attraction though are these steroid booster thingies. Through collecting these antique coins that you can find throughout the game, you can buy things to increase either your health or your reload speed. And these antique coins are plentiful enough to where it's always exciting to go back to the van after exploring an area and buy something new from it.
You made it. You're the first I've ever seen make it this far.
So what is it you need me to do? Is it gonna help me get out of here?
Yes. Now listen carefully, Ethan. My family and our bodies are contaminated. I can't leave the property unless I get it out. And the same goes for Mia.
Is there a way to get it out?
We need the serum. It should clear whatever this stuff is out of the body. As long as you're not too far gone.
All right. So where is it?
I have a feeling my mother has hidden some inside the old house somewhere.
So if we get this thing, I can help Mia and we can get out of here?
Right. And so can I.
Zoe, her family, and Mia are all infected with something, and whatever this infection is keeping them from being able to leave the property. Zoe says the cure for this infection is in the old house, which is where we saw Mia earlier. The only interesting thing about the old house was just the visuals. The place is infested with bugs and insects and their nests. If you have trypophobia, I know you're gonna hate this place. Unfortunately though, that's kinda where it ends. Some of the bugs can do damage to you, but they're more annoying than threatening. Luckily for me, I managed to find a backpack which can be used to expand your inventory, as well as all the necessary parts to craft a fucking flamethrower, which is gonna make dealing with the bugs so much easier.
Stay the fuck out!
Something I wanted to point out is how horrible the Marguerite Stalker AI is. For those that don't know, a Stalker AI are enemies that are supposed to chase you around or follow you, which Marguerite just does so horribly. She'll talk shit to you if she sees you, but she will not run after you for some reason.
Fucking shitcock! Show yourself!
I explored some more and found a secret passage that was behind a fireplace, where we finally get to see Mia again in a really awkward cutscene.
Ethan?
No more bullshit, Mia. I want some answers.
I know, you're right, and I always wanted to tell you, but I can only remember a little and the rest is just gone.
Daddy, right? You mind if I borrow Mommy for a little bit? Why don't you stand there? Do something!
Ethan, help!
Damn it.
I fucking hate this cutscene because, like, Ethan has how many weapons? And he can't shoot this shaggy looking motherfucker. And dude, that fucking reaction, damn it. Look, I know they wanted to create tension and make you hate this guy even more, but this just doesn't work. It makes no sense. It was just awkward to sit through. Like, why was he just in the closet? Why didn't Ethan chase after him? What? Well, all the same, Mia still got kidnapped again. So now, on top of saving her, we still need to go and find the serum. On the right side, we did find the crow key, which means we can go back to a safe room in the main house and unlock a very special weapon. Now that we're properly armed, we go to look for the serum behind the crow door in the old house. As we approach the door, we're confronted by Marguerite, who pushes you down the stairs and into a pit while she maniacally laughs at you. It was honestly one of the most exciting moments in the game so far. That said, it all kind of falls through when the sequence that follows is just her kind of talking shit while you shoot her.
You're gonna die in this hole, and you're gonna like it.
She falls down, which gives us an opportunity to escape, but notice how much she's clinging to that lantern of hers. Going through the door, we're met with a horrifying sight, one which explains why Marguerite was so eager to protect this place. If the shrine made out of hanging babies wasn't enough for you, at the center of it there's a bag that can only be opened by Ethan's codex, and inside it is what looks like a dried carcass of a child, along with instructions on how to make the serum.
Well, did you find a serum?
I just got done dealing with your mom and her fucking bugs. Wish you could have warned me.
Sorry about that. What about the serum?
I haven't found any. But I did find out we need to make one. A D-series head and an arm. This can't be right.
A head? I think I have that around here somewhere.
You do?
I don't know about the arm, though. Have you searched the whole house?
No, not yet. I still need to check the second floor here.
Alright, check it out. Meet me at the trailer if you find it.
Further in, we find a tiny room with a little notebook in it detailing some more Marguerite lore, which we can get into later, but we also get a clue as to where the D-series arm is located. Though unfortunately, the exploration is stopped when we get to a door that Marguerite rigged to only be opened by her lantern. We go back to Marguerite to retrieve it, and we're met with a horrifying sight. We chase Marguerite down to a dilapidated, broken down home for a final confrontation.
Now with me, we're gonna settle this. Gotcha! Going nowhere!
Marguerite is dead. She calcifies and crumbles down onto the floor, leaving her lantern in the rubble. She knew we were after the lantern, and presumably transformed into a spider of sorts to try and fight us to keep us away from it. And the way she looks is perfect, because she's both disgusting and terrifying in the exact way that the developers probably wanted us to feel. That said, I do want to comment on this mass in the center. I don't know what they wanted this thing to be, but to me it just looks like some very bad pussy. But that aside, I think her boss design is amazing. I like the jump scares, I like the way she lurks around and rushes you. It's a really tense battle because you never know when she's gonna jump you. She disappears regularly and comes out whenever she wants. She hides around in the arena and waits for you to show up so she can ambush you. The gate crumbles and we manage to leave after grabbing the lantern. But when we go back to the second floor, we're met with a startling surprise. It was just the piano. As expected, Marguerite's lantern works, and we're able to go through the door. And this place is terrifying. It's clearly meant to be a child's play space, but it's dark and it's messy. There's a lot of really weird things in here. There's a drawer full of boots. There's a closet full of beaten up, rotten baby dolls. And on the ground, we find a drawing depicting a little girl with a bunch of those molded enemies that we saw earlier. And on the back, Evelyn. Evelyn on the back of the drawing, E for Evelyn all over the walls. There's a note that I can only assume was written by Marguerite, saying there's something wrong with her. Going deeper in, we find a little girl.
Stay away.
Turning around, and that's when we find a metal door, presumably hiding Evelyn's bedroom. The room is really empty, a stark contrast to what we saw outside with all the decorations and the drawings. But we do find a little house model in the corner which we can interact with. When Ethan looks into it, he finds a little map pointing him to the top of the room. There's a secret passage embedded in the walls, and behind it, another shrine, this time decorated with voodoo dolls, and in the center, the decayed corpse of a little girl with the D-series arm sticking out of it.
Oh, God. I guess this is it.
Now that we finally got it, we can head back to Zoe and make the seal. The room is covered in strange symbols, and Ethan is ambushed. There's molded waiting outside the door. There is molded all over the second floor, in every room, all chasing you down. You can fight them, or you could just be a coward and run away like I did.
Did you find it?
Yeah, I got it. Are we really gonna be able to make serum with this thing?
It'll be fine. After we make it, we can get out of here. Together. I'll be waiting for you in the trailer.
Alright.
We safely leave the old house and make our way to the trailer. And Zoe's not there, okay.
Now where the hell are you? You know, never mind. We only need the head, and you've got it. This is gonna help me and me, right?
Hey, buddy. I thought you should know. I decided that Zoe needed a timeout. She and Mia are here with me. And they're keeping each other company.
Just let them both go! What do you need them for?
Nah, that's family business. business, Ethan, and not your concern. Understand? Now, if you want the head, feel free to come by any time and I'll give it to you. But only if you participate in a little activity I put together just for you.
What activity?
Oh, I know you're excited, but don't worry. It's not going anywhere. First step I need you to take, partner, is for you to take a peek inside the fridge in the trailer there.
Fuck you!
Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. You want to have some fun, don't you? Now, look in the fridge.
Lucas kidnapped both Zoe and Mia, and now he's holding them hostage and making Ethan play his little game. Well, Ethan doesn't have any leverage here, so he's forced to play the game. First step, he opens the fridge, and he's met with a horrifying sight. That's the police officer from earlier. Somehow they mended his head and stapled a little note on the back of it. While making my way to the dissection room, I encounter a face I've not seen in a while. Grandma, it's great to see you. We get to the dissection room and then have to take step 2.
Sorry, buddy.
After grabbing the snake key from the officer, Lucas yells at us through a little speaker he installed and tells us what to do next.
That pretty little thing will help you find the 2 key cards you're gonna need to join the party we're having over here. You gotta earn your way, Ethan.
Trying to leave, we are again swarmed with more molded. But guess what I did? You'll never get. Yeah, I escaped. I didn't fight them. We make it to the living room of the main house and notice that it too is full of molded. The house itself has been corrupted. There's mold everywhere, all the lights are off. All the same, we open the first snake door and walk into Zoe's and Lucas's childhood bedroom. It is bright and clean, a stark contrast to what we saw right outside. We find Lucas's diary, and from reading it we realize he was a child genius who had an interest in engineering and inventing stuff, judging by all the trophies we find. There's also a more sinister story here. We find a story in his diary of how he lured in a kid that was teasing him, trapped him in his attic, and just let him die up there. Not only die, he let him rot upstairs in the attic. We find a secret remote controller for the attic hidden in one of Lucas's trophies, though unfortunately there's not really much of anything up here. There's a shadow puzzle that gives us the first key, but what's really interesting, and the thing I want to focus on more, is the tape labeled Happy Birthday. Oh look, this is our old friend Clancy's camera. Look in the top left.
You, my friend, you are one lucky son of a bitch. You know, I actually envy you. What? You don't believe me? This short? Well, you can't fake this. It has taken me weeks to finish this, and it is finally ready. And it's all for you. Oh, come on now. Don't be like that. It's gonna be fun. Just you wait. I'm calling the game. I'd really like to make it out of this room alive and not die a horrible, painful death. I know. It's a temp title. Take a candle, light it, and put it on the cake. And remember to smile. This party is for you.
So that's what happened to Clancy. He was kidnapped by Lucas and made to play this little game of his. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So there's a clown robot near the entrance, and he's got a hole in his chest. He needs something to be placed there. Oh look, a winding key. I can use that on the clown. Oh, okay, it's spilling oil everywhere. That's a problem. What's this? Oh, it's some kind of puzzle. You can like switch symbols and stuff. Okay. Okay, back to the clown. Okay, so the winding key works. He's typing something out, but he's missing some parts. What's in here?
Oh, fucking disgusting. Ugh. Ugh. This is gross. Ugh.
Okay, so there was a telescope in the booty soup, alright. It's way too dirty. Can't see shit through this. Ah, this thing sprays water, so if I pull out the telescope here, it should wash it clean. What am I looking for? Ah, look at that. I can go and put these symbols into the lock in the other room. Just a straw doll that says you on it. Huh, this door is locked with a little bit of rope. You can probably burn it. Wait, if I can use the stove to set the candle on fire, I can probably set the straw doll on fire. This is called foreshadowing. Okay, well we have the clown's missing finger. Let's see if this changes anything. Nope, just still typing. I go through the locked door and it's just a room full of balloons. Oh look, there's a combination lock. 5 letters. Oh, what's that over there? It's just a conveniently placed balloon with a pipe in it to inflate it. Oh, what's this? Gas is coming out of it, huh? You can probably put the balloon here. Okay. Okay, it's a little bit spiky. Ow, ow, ow. Oh my god. Ow. Ow. Wow. Oh my fucking god. At least the pen has ink on it now. Alright, let's take this to the clown.
What the fuck is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh man. No.
I hate to say it, but Lucas set this trap up beautifully, and now we have the 5-letter word that we were looking for to unlock the door. Balloons. Sorry. We grab the valve handle and use it to turn off the water. Now we can finally just light the candle and put it on the cake.
Happy birthday to you. You had a happy birthday.
Obviously, Clancy was always supposed to die here. When he grabbed the winding key, the whole room flooded with oil, so that when the cake exploded after he put the candle on it, the whole room would set on fire and kill Clancy. We still have another key card to get.
Happy birthday!
Man, being back in this house again brings back some nostalgia. Well, we find the second snake door and we manage to open it. And what do you know, who's inside the room? Fucking Grandma again. Again. We find another backpack, which we desperately needed to increase our inventory size, along with a picture of Jack back when he first joined the Marines. Man, this really was just a normal family before whatever happened here. After a small puzzle and an incredibly loud alarm. Ah, yes, I hear you. Ah. We find the little secret passage that leads down into the basement beneath Jack's and Marguerite's bed. We find the room they were making those little decorations in from earlier. Oh yeah, and the second key card, I guess. Going back upstairs, we're ambushed? I'm not really sure. I ran away and closed the door so fast, dude. I do not want to fight these things. Not because they're difficult. They're pretty easy to fight. It's just, it's such a waste of ammo and it's not fun. There's no fucking point.
Hey, buddy. Remember, those 2 key cards will get you into the party. Don't be late now.
Let me talk to Mia.
No! You gotta show up first. You haven't forgotten where the party is, have you? You can get in from the courtyard. So come on, man. Everybody's waiting for you.
We go out to the courtyard. We get the 2 key cards in the thing. We go inside, and man, the vibe is so Lucas. First thing we see when we walk in is just a couch with a TV in front of it. Yo, rate the setup. Anyway, we sit down and the TV plays a video of Lucas just taunting Ethan. Telling him that if he wants to get the D-Series head, he has to go through him.
Looky what I've got. You know what this is for? You know what Zoe wants to do with this?
And that the family doesn't want to turn back the clock. They like how they are now. They don't want to go back.
You see, Ethan? Not everybody wants to turn back the clock. What? Oh, Evelyn? I'm just trying to show him. Not everybody wants to go back to how things were. Zoe's a stupid bitch. She doesn't understand that I don't want to go back to how things were before my father found y'all. You can, crawl around underneath that filthy, rotten house all you want looking for them ingredients, but you ain't gonna find a goddamn thing, Ethan. You'll make that serum? Ooh, baby. You're gonna have to come through me. You hear? Now, come on, Ethan. What do you say?
And apparently Lucas's idea of going through him is just the most boring section of the entire game. Like on your first playthrough it could keep you on your toes, but for the most part it's just look out for the tripwire. That's really fucking obvious, you know? A few hallways later, we find a room that should be pretty familiar to us.
I know. Fucking password, right? Why don't you try 0814? No! 0621. No, it's 0514. Oh, come on. Take a chance. You never know. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock.
A secret door opens, revealing a path that leads us to more trap chests, more tripwires, and a fucking skibbity creature. Get the hell away from me. Anyway, we enter a room, and it is full of trip mines. It was pretty difficult to navigate through, and I even got hit by one of them. But it was pretty worth it because it had an antique coin and one of those steroid things that help boost your max health. We enter a barn, and after fighting some molded with inconsistent health, this is why I fucking hate these things, we fix up an elevator and Lucas lowers down a fat molded that we need to fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the bonfire! Keep it clean, gentlemen, we have rules.
Fuck you too.
It's how you get sense of life that makes you a man, Ethan. Fat man down, fat man down. He was never my favorite anyway.
I thought the music made it pretty fun, but the fight itself wasn't really much to write home about. Also, there's like just a random typo in the subtitles. Like that's obviously not what he said, it doesn't even make any sense. We climb up the elevator and Clancy's charred corpse tells us the passcode. The path perfectly loops back to the room, but Lucas won't let us in until we give up all our weapons and put them in the chest.
No, buddy, this is a test of skills, so no cheating. That shit you're carrying, get rid of it.
Now, you might be wondering, why did we spend so much time looking at what Clancy was doing? This is why. Lucas is putting us through the exact same puzzle he put Clancy through. What he doesn't know is that we know everything, we know how to solve this. Or maybe he does know. I'll talk more about that theory in the end of the video.
All you gotta do is light the candle and put it on the cake.
Kiss my ass.
Ethan, language. There are children in the building. Somewhere. I think. I'm not sure anymore.
So, because we already know the password, we don't need to get the winding key, we don't need to get the telescope, we don't need to do anything like that. We just go up to the door and open it to grab the valve. Balloons! So after his trap doesn't work, Lucas gets really angry and just goes for the most hilarious solution to try and kill us.
Motherfucker! You're supposed to die!
He just drops a bomb and we grab it and throw it to the other side of the wall.
That was supposed to be for you, goddammit!
We get to Lucas's desk, but unfortunately he already ran away. Conveniently, he left the thing that we were looking for, the D-Series head. Now, if the theory that I talked about is incorrect, then this was just bad writing, but I really think he left it here on purpose.
Mia? Mia! Mia!
She's alive.
Who are you? Where are you?
We're just beyond the pier, outside that room. Hurry.
Well now, Ethan.
The fuck do you want?
You? Dead? Guess that's not in the cards. Not yet.
Lucky me. Look, unless you have any more surprises up your sleeve, I suggest you...
Now that would be telling, Ethan. And I don't do spoilers.
Crossing the pier wasn't much of a challenge. There was supposed to be a combat encounter here, but I just turned it into a horror chase scene. I literally just ran away. I'm not fighting any of these things, I swear. It was pretty intense though. I had my cheeks clenched the whole way through. You wanna know why I hate these things so much? Dude, I don't even have any B-roll to show you. I've been avoiding fighting them the whole time. They're just about the most one-dimensional, boring enemies I've ever fought in any Resident Evil game. And that's a shame, because I loved 5. Obviously, this is a very different game from Resident Evil 5, and that's fair. But but the variety is unforgivable. It is so awful. There is like 3 fucking enemies the whole game. I do not enjoy fighting these things. These things are not fun to fight. Not even to speak about their inconsistent health. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean it takes anywhere between 2 and 7 headshots to kill one of them? This is not fun. This is not good to play. I do not like fighting these things. If there's one area where the game is lacking, it's this aspect. No enemy variety. I love the guns, I love the flamethrower and the enhanced pistol and the shotgun, and all of these guns are really fucking good. But what's the point if nothing in the game is worth shooting them at? Okay, rant over. If you were paying attention to the B-roll, you'd have noticed that this room was full of ammo and loot, which means there's probably a boss fight coming up. But before I climb up to get Zoe and Mia, I make another save for something.
Mia. Zoe? Zoe,
Not now. We don't have the time. Do you have both ingredients?
Right here. There should be enough, right?
If we make them fast enough, my father and Lucas aren't far away.
He's coming. Daddy's coming.
Good. There's enough for 2.
So after we make the serum, what's next?
There's a boat outside. We'll take it through the swamp. But none of us will get very far without the serum. Hey, one of those is mine.
Jack is still not dead. Everything that we've done, and he's still alive. Heavily deformed, but still alive. This was a really tragic boss fight because Jack, or if you can even call this Jack, is so hurt. He feels so betrayed. He knows Marguerite is dead. He knows Zoe is plotting against him. Hell, okay, I caught this for like a frame. Literally a frame. This is so fucking sad. The fight itself is really satisfying. There's very clear, obvious weak points that you need to shoot, and they're really satisfying when they pop. Jack is threatening and hard to dodge. It's a pretty fun fight if it weren't for one thing. Some of his weak spots are on his like belly or lower side, and they take forever to shoot because you have to wait for him to climb. You have to wait for him to climb, you have to be beneath him in order to shoot them. What that does is cause a lot of like weird downtime in the fight where you're just kind of standing there and Jack is standing there and you're waiting for him to climb up so you can, you know, fucking get it over with. Sorry. We land the final hit on Jack and he falls to the ground. That's when Zoe opens the door to give us a chance to escape.
Ethan, this way.
Use
the serum on him.
You want me to cure him?
He's too far gone. I think it'll kill him.
Just like Marguerite, Jack calcifies, signifying that he's actually, finally dead. What it took to kill him was one of the 2 serums that we had, leaving us with a very difficult choice.
There's only one left. There can't just be one left.
What the hell are we gonna do now?
It was a really tough decision to make initially, but I think it's only reasonable to choose Mia in this situation. She's the whole reason Ethan is even here. He's been risking his life over and over just to get her back. Zoe is obviously devastated and insists that there's no need to send help, that she's gonna die here now. It was gonna be a difficult decision to make either way. Ethan and Mia get into the boat and finally escape. As they're sailing away, Mia thanks Ethan for picking her, and he reassures her that there was nobody else he was gonna pick. But still, he demands answers. He knows that she had something to do with all this, but she insists that she doesn't remember. They're interrupted by the giant oil tanker that somehow ended up on the bank of this river they're sailing on.
Oh, you're okay. The hell was that?
What the fuck? What is that? What is that?
You wake up on the edge of the ship, this time playing as Mia. Whatever knocked you off of the boat specifically wanted you to be here. Your inventory has been wiped clean, and you've lost access to all your items, except for a strange bottle that Mia found when she woke up in the Baker estate. After letting Mia see him for a few seconds, Evelyn takes Ethan away.
Ethan? Ethan! Oh! Ethan! Ethan!
Mia wanders through the ruins of the ship, having hallucinations or flashbacks of the ship's past as it was sinking, seeing the remains of its victims covered in mold, the last moments of some of its crew members, and some just absolutely horrifying sights. Further in, Mia has another flashback that gives us the first good look at Evelyn, the child.
Are you remembering?
What? What are you?
When Mia finds her again, Evelyn said,
You said we could be a family.
What are you talking about?
You said!
Wait!
I'm tired of waiting.
Please!
Evelyn really is acting like a child, running away and having us need to chase her every time to get any kind of info out of her. After closing the door behind us, it locks, and we need a fuse to actually open it again. Exploring further, we find a room with a just barely functional pistol. The whole area is crawling with molded, and it's very dangerous to explore, requiring us to move carefully and run away instead of actually fight any of these things. Good thing I've been doing that the whole game, huh? Anyway, we find the fuse and put it into the door and make it up to Evelyn again. She's sitting in front of a TV and beckons Mia to
watch it.
What? Why?
You need to remember, so we can be a family.
The tape is covered in mold, and plays a lot more like a flashback than any other tape we've seen so far. Most of them are grainy and pale in color, but this is vivid. This is Mia's memory being played back to her, and we're gonna learn more about that just in a second.
It's my fault she got out.
Yeah, it is your fault. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna let you die.
She didn't attack you?
It's part of her imprinting protocol. I can't believe this is happening.
Here, take it.
Mia and Alan are special operation agents, not entirely sure to which agency, but they've been tasked with moving Evelyn from a base in the United States to a special base in Central America. Evelyn seems to be an asset to whatever special operations entity this is, but still, it seems that they don't have a lot of control over her, hence using tactics that are more manipulative than anything else. like asking Mia and Alan to act more as parental figures than handlers, probably to avoid suspicion by both Evelyn and the crew of the ship. Not to mention that if things get out of hand, the two of them have been instructed to kill Evelyn.
Are you mad at me, Mommy?
No, Evie, I'm not mad. Wait, what did you call me?
I don't want to live at the lab anymore. I want a house, and I want you to be my mommy.
Okay, Evie. I'll be your mommy. Just come back with me. Right now, okay? Where are you, Evie?
Evelyn escapes to the top floor and Alan follows her. After he calls her a mean word, she decides to kill him. This death scene is coupled with the single worst and most punchable bit of voice acting I have ever heard.
She trusts you. That little bitch, she never trusted. Okay, wait. Evie, no, Evie.
Alan,
I didn't mean
listen.
to call you that.
She's
Evie,
trying to take control. You have to fight her. Evelyn, stop! Stop right now!
Don't touch me, don't.
We'll be together forever.
Evelyn destroys the entire ship, as well as killing every single crew member except for Mia, who manages to fall into the ocean before the ship sank, likely only surviving because Evelyn wanted her to do so.
Now do you remember?
Yes, Evelyn. I remember.
Can we be a family like before?
No, Evie. We can't be a family. We were never a family. We will never be a family.
Then I don't need you anymore.
Evelyn gets upset and tells Mia that she has no use for her anymore, and that it's probably only a matter of time now before Evelyn kills her. Mia discovers a monitor that's viewing a lot of the security cameras still operational on the ship. At the very bottom level, she finds Ethan, unconscious.
I hope I make it in time.
Liar!
Stop it, Evelyn!
This next stretch of gameplay, it was maybe the worst arc of gameplay in the entire game, I swear to God. I know what to do, I know everything, and it took me 15 minutes of running back and forth, fixing a fucking elevator in this dingy, disgusting area. This is not, ooh, dude, I hate this part so fucking much. I'm not even gonna describe anything beyond, Mia fixed an elevator and went down to Ethan, where Evelyn was standing between Mia and him. Then Evelyn asks Mia to do something for her. As that's happening, we're transferred to Ethan's consciousness, where he's experiencing a dream / flashback.
Ethan? Hey, shh. I know. I'm not gonna hurt you. Hell, I never would have if I could have helped it.
What do you mean?
I'm no killer, son. Neither is Marguerite, nor my boy Lucas, or even Zoe here. That girl, Evelyn, she did this.
What the hell is she? No, what did she do to you?
She infected us with her gift. That's what she calls it. I found her near a busted out tanker in the bayou. Everything changed after that.
So she infects you and then she takes control?
No. Not exactly, son. She just... she forces her way into your mind, your soul. You can't fight back. You are connected to her, and you can't resist the urge to. Oh, you're a different person after that.
Just like Mia. So Mia sent me that message because of Evelyn.
Listen, the girl just wants a family of her own. She's the key. All right? You find her, and you stop her. Ethan. Free my family. Please.
Mia, how?
There's no time. You have to get out of here and find her. Here, take this.
What? Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Saving your life.
Mia presumably chose to sacrifice her life to save Ethan's. Before leaving him, she gives him a vial of Evelyn's tissue samples, and asks him to escape the ship and find a way to kill her. Upon leaving the ship, he runs into a dried river riddled with the corpses of dead fish. After fighting his way through a salt mine, he discovers a small base of operations for whatever agency is responsible for all of this. And after looking through all the information stored at this base, everything makes sense. Lucas was the only person not under the control of Evelyn. Yes, even Zoe was under her control, otherwise she would have escaped. Lucas was cured as soon as the organization found Evelyn and Mia, and then they used him as a sort of spy so he could relay information to them. Mia was having bouts of violence, which is why we find her locked in a cell when we first enter the house. But despite considering Mia her mom, Evelyn did not care that Mia was locked up. This is interesting. Lucas says that Evelyn is looking more and more disheveled, and that she was even growing gray hair. The E-Series term we've been hearing throughout the game refers to a bioweapon created by this organization. This weapon is Evelyn. She infects people with her mold, she makes them molded, she's the source for all of this, and her victims are tied to her, hence Zoe being unable to escape without being cured. The mold consumes the cells of the infected person and replaces them with itself. This gives the infected person strong, regenerative abilities. This is why Jack wouldn't fucking die, like ever, and he just kept coming back. Once the mold reaches the brain, that's when the infected person starts to hear and see Evelyn, even though she's not there. This is why Alan was freaking out so much about an Evie that wasn't even there before he died. Now, this isn't to say that Evelyn needs a person to create a molded. She can create one at any time by simply vomiting up the biomatter that makes up a molded. Her ability to do that is another reason for her utility as a weapon. These molded can regenerate, and they would make for strong and very disposable soldiers in a war. What's more, Evelyn's psychological control works a lot like the stages of an abusive relationship. She begins by putting up the facade of a sad girl, desperate for family. Then, as her victims get attached, she begins making more and more crazy and outlandish demands. This is how she made the Bakers kidnap and imprison people for her, so that she can make them into molded. Once the mold replaces every single cell in a human's body, this is when they start to physically change. In the case of Marguerite, she became spidery. For other victims, they simply turned into molded. Evelyn is the fifth version of a series of attempts at creating a weapon which utilized a type of fungus that evolved somewhere entirely isolated from any other life form. Successfully creating this weapon would be huge because it would eliminate the need for direct contact with enemies. Hell, it could turn them into willing servants, which means that there's no need to house prisoners of war. This weird type of fungus will now be referred to as the mutamycete. Because yes, we will be seeing it again. Evelyn is like a super test tube baby because she was extracted from her mother as an embryo no older than 5 days, and then she was placed in a controlled environment, basically a test tube, where her DNA was mixed with the mutamycete and she eventually developed into a fully formed person. The look of a 10-year-old girl was specifically chosen for her because she would blend in perfectly in a refugee area or a war-torn city. In the middle of the room was a huge device connected to several lines of tubing, and in its center, a briefcase. Much like the ones we saw before, only this one is specifically there to create an anti-Evelyn toxin. By placing a sample of an E-series entity into the device, for this case it will be Evelyn's tissue samples, the device will make a toxin specifically for Evelyn. Alright, yapping done. Oh my god. As we walk out to the exit of the salt mine, we can hear Evelyn humming a tune. A tune to the melody of the song Go Tell Aunt Rhody. Its simplicity caused it to become a popular nursery rhyme, as well as making it an easy song to teach. The humming turns into an evil laugh as Evelyn swarms the mine with molded. Naturally, I escape, I don't fight them, but I think for once this is what you were supposed to do. Walking out of the mine, we find ourselves in the basement of the Baker household. No! Grandma's gone! Her chair is empty. Wait, hold on. Goodbye, Grandma. And as he explores further into the house, Evelyn shows him flashbacks of his fights with Mia, and how she was the one that commanded Mia to kill him.
It's okay, it's me. I know you didn't mean to hurt me.
Kill him, Mommy.
She blames him for everything, and if she can't have him as her father,
Does it want to be my daddy? Then he can die.
Ethan chases Evelyn further into the house and threatens her with the necrotoxin.
You're gonna be one of us. And then maybe you'll play nicely.
I'm not playing.
No! Get that away from me!
Evelyn flees in horror. She knows this could kill her, and the closer Ethan gets, the more hallucinations she shows him, trying to scare him away, until he chases her up all the way to the attic. With nowhere else to run, she tries to push him away as a last-ditch effort.
Get away! No, you don't!
You.
Why does everyone hate me?
Goodbye, Evelyn.
Evelyn is revealed to have been the grandma that's been chasing us the whole time, and as her body melts down, she curses out everyone she's known. But she's not dead. The necrotoxin didn't work. Her mold takes over the house, and she tries to trap Ethan in the room and kill him. When she fails to do that, she turns into a giant, moldy monster, destroying the entire house and knocking Ethan unconscious. As he wakes up, helicopters are swarming the area, and Evelyn's monstrous, moldy form towers over Ethan. Despite shooting her with everything he had, she grabs him and lifts him up. Managing to break free, he falls to the ground and gets a call from the people in the helicopters. They drop a weapon for him, a weapon loaded with silver bullets. Bullets that could kill anything moldy.
Playtime's over.
As Evelyn's body calcifies and crumbles to the ground, Umbrella Corporation agents rappel down from their helicopters to clean up the scene.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Ethan?
Mia and Ethan are reunited in a helicopter that escorts them away to safety, finally marking an end to this nightmare. As the credits play, they feature a morbid version of the song "Go Tell Aunt Rhody." I'd love to play it here, but I'm afraid of being copyright struck. I can't. Ah, fuck it. Before I go, I have a question. What if you just choose Zoe at the end? Like right after you kill Jack, what if you choose Zoe instead of Mia? Would you get an entirely different ending? Would you and Zoe just escape away? Would you not even end up on the ship? No, none of that would happen. You know what would happen? Zoe dies. Zoe just dies. The whole point, the whole thing that we were doing, making a cure so she could escape, didn't matter. She just dies on the boat. And okay, well, ooh, and then Mia ends up on the ship. Mia ends up on the fucking ship anyway. It's like, how? Literally how? What, did she fucking swim? Did Evelyn make her swim to the boat and like land face first on the You wanna know the only difference? The only thing that's different about this giant decision that you make? Mia gets upset, and instead of saving you, she just tries to kill you, and you can just kill her anyway. She's not even difficult. She's not even difficult to kill. She's just jealous and angry, and then she dies. And after she dies, you grab Evelyn's tissue samples anyway because the plot has to continue. There can't just be like a bad ending, I guess. Okay, I get that this is supposed to be the bad ending because Mia doesn't come with you, she dies. But like, that is so lame. That is actually so lame. Why make such a big deal out of it if the same thing is gonna happen anyway? Why make such a big deal out of it if Zoe isn't even gonna end up on the ship? If Zoe just dies anyway 2 seconds after you make your decision? The potential that was fucking lost with this. Oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, the potential, all the different ways they could have taken this. But no, it just, they literally went like, hey, what would be the lamest thing? What would be the lamest possible thing to do? And then they did that. Was this ending supposed to be like punishment? Like if you were one of the psychos that chose Zoe over Mia in the original playthrough, is this a punishment for you? It's like, ha, you don't even get to enjoy this. Zoe will die, and then Mia will be upset at you, and you'll go home feeling guilty and terrible for what you did. Is that it? Is that why they did this? This is so infuriating, I swear. Because if you didn't save your file, like I did, you had to go through an entirely separate playthrough to get to this, just to have the most lame and boring ending. Oh my fucking god. That aside, I think this game excels. It is amazing with its horror aspects. The chase scenes, although I kind of made most of them, but still, the horror I felt turning around and seeing Evelyn for the first time. Amazing. The horror of being chased by Jack. The fact that you can't control him. No matter what, you can't control him. He will do what he wants. Is amazing. The combat though, the enemies. I mean, shit. I've been voicing my opinion on this the whole video. I don't think I need to keep going, but it's bad. It's really bad. The guns are amazing. The grenade launcher, the flamethrower. It's all amazing. It's so satisfying to shoot. And then the enemies are so bad, dude. They're actually so awful. Like I cannot believe they would have such little diversity in the types of enemies that you get. They're all basically the same thing. They're either like really skinny or really fat. But at their core, they're the same thing. And that's so unfun. That's so unfun to fight. Hence me running away. Like running away every chance I got. I don't fight these things. They're boring, they have inconsistent health, they're infuriating. I've talked about this before. That's all. Thank you for watching. This project took the better part of 2 years to complete. Yes, I know it's an hour long. I didn't start working on this until August of last year, 2023. That's when I started working on it. And it's currently July 15th as this is being recorded. I bit off far more than I can chew, and I've been paying for it, trying to push myself to make every minute of this video. Almost none of this was fun. This was all grueling. But like, I still have a passion for it. It was just tough. This is my very first video, and it's this long, and it's like, it's this edited. To me, this is a lot of editing. I'm happy it's over, and if you made it this far, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god, like, I did not think this was worth watching at all. Not that you have bad taste or anything, but like, man, like you could tell I was a beginner, and you could see the progression as I just got better at making this, as I got better at just producing the clips. I got more efficient, the voiceover became better. If I try to go back and like improve the video from before, this, like, I'm never gonna release this. It's already been too long. So just, if you've seen any flaws, please forgive me. The next video should be out within a month of this video's release. I'll see you then, okay? Goodbye. Oh yeah, please like and subscribe. Please, bye.